Okay, so if you saw my last video, you saw I was opening my new Braun Silk Epil 3. So in this video, I just want to go through and tell you what I thought of it. We'll start with the Bikini Trimmer because that was something that came with it. It does take a battery. It's a AAA battery. Now, just because it uses a battery does not mean you can use it wet. It has to be dry. The top does come off, so you can rinse the top, but it has to be completely dry before you put it on. So this cannot be used wet. Other than that, it does work really well on your bikini area. I found that I could do the full area in less than 5 minutes, and it was much easier than using a regular electric trimmer. I'm talking about like a electric razor that you use on your legs and everywhere. On the bikini area, it does take longer because you have to be more careful because it's bigger. So because this is nice and small, you can get to in your areas easier, and it's a lot quicker to use, and it is successful. So that I recommend. The only disadvantage is that you can't use it wet. So that's that. So now moving on to the Silk Epilator. Now, if you didn't watch my last video, one of the tips I gave is when you're using this to make sure you exfoliate first. That will help you with ingrowing hairs, to prevent ingrowing hairs. And then what I will do is I'll do it straight after that, so to make sure you've got no lotion, nothing built up, because that's what's going to give you your ingrowing hairs. And then afterwards put on your lotion. I use a creamy lotion, and then also because I have super dry skin, if my skin is particularly dry at that time that I'm doing this, I will put baby oil on after. So depending on the lotion you use, it depends on your type of skin. Obviously, if your skin's more greasy, then you don't want to use anything too greasy. Or if you have really sensitive skin that you're going to get kind of red and sore afterwards, then perhaps something more soothing, something with aloe vera in. So it all depends on your skin type. But you're going to want to put some type of lotion on after, and that's really going to help with keeping your skin silky soft and smooth and preventing ingrowing hairs. So like I said, again, if you didn't watch my last video, the reason I got this particular one is because my last one was also a Braun Epil. It was a soft perfection one, so I wanted to stick with the same brand because that one for me really worked. The only issue is that one I must have had for like at least 10 years. So I was finding that I needed to redo it, do my legs every couple of days, which is not what's supposed to happen. It's supposed to last a good few weeks. So, and yeah, I found it was missing spots altogether. So that's why I decided it was time to get a new one. So the bottom line is I do recommend it. It was really easy to use. Now a lot of people complain about pain, which again I explained in my last video. The more you use it, the less painful it's going to be. I used it like this. It does come with this massage head that you put on, that if you find it painful, this can help. So if you're using it, you find it painful, make sure you use the massage head, so maybe that helps. And also stick to setting 1. There's 2 settings, 1 and 2. Like I said, I've been using epilators for years, so I put it straight on 2. So if you're a beginner, you find it painful, stick to 1 and stick to your massage head. Now the other thing that I find super useful on this is it has a light that comes on automatically when you use it. I really recommend that. So even if you don't get this brand, if you get another brand, if you still get Braun but a different type of epilator, make sure you have the light, because that for me is more useful than anything else. because I found that without it you can easily miss parts, that even though you feel like you've got everything, you come out, you're sat in a different lighting and you notice there's a couple that you've missed, which is kind of annoying. So I do recommend buying one with a light. The other thing is, so far I find my legs are silky smooth. It's really, like, I really realize how much I needed a new one now, because I managed to do this a lot quicker. Like the other one, my old one, it was taking me ages to get all the hair out, and it's because obviously I needed a new one, so this was much quicker. Another thing to know is, say if you're used to waxing, when you're doing waxing, you have to wait for your hair to be a certain length to get it waxed. With this epilator, you don't, it can do really short hair as well. It doesn't have to be a certain length. And also it works on fine hair as well. So the hairs at the top of my legs that are more fine, that some perhaps other products you struggle to get rid of them, this pulls them out as well. So super fine hair, which again the light really works because you can't see them as good, and this properly shows you where it's getting them, and you can see the fine hairs really well. So definitely get one with a light. So yeah, I'm really happy with the results of this. I'm not sure, I'm gonna not post this video yet because I'm gonna wait to see how long I can leave between uses. My last one, again, like I said, because it was not working properly because I've had it for so long, every couple of days I need to reuse it, and it was really annoying. Prior to that, before it got to that stage, I was having to use it say once a week between. So I'm gonna post this after a few days when I've kind of seen how long this lasts. Now, if you're new to using epilators, if you've used it and a couple of days later you're finding you need to use it again, it's not necessarily that it's not working, it's perhaps you're in the middle of your hair cycle. Like the hair cycle has a period that it goes through, and to really see if any product works on hair growth, you have to get through one cycle of hair growth to really know how good it is. So I'm going to give it a few days. If I have to do this again in a couple of days, I'm not going to say, oh, it's rubbish. I'm going to give it, say, a week and give it a chance to get through the hair cycle and see how many times I need to do it again. So hopefully it's going to be good. It's going to prevent my hair growth, and it's going to keep my hair shorter and growing less. What you need to know with Epilator is, even if your hair grows back in a couple of days, it's not full on like when shaving. When you're shaving and you get all your hair coming back, with an epilator it's not all going to come back. You're going to see like 50% growing back, where it's going to be here and there, and it's not going to be as much. So even if you don't use it and you have a couple of hairs here and there, it's not going to be as noticeable as with a razor. So you're going to be able to get longer between sessions with that as well, especially if you're not out by the pool, you're not on holiday, so you're covered up, you don't notice it as much anyway. So even if you are, then perhaps you're not going to be as bothered to quickly go and epilate. Perhaps you'll leave it a couple more days till you have a few more. So yeah, it does help with that. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there and see how the growth goes. But so far, yeah, I recommend this. And like I said, even if you don't get this particular model or this particular brand, I really strongly recommend you choose one with the light. And like I said, the Bikini Trimmer again that comes with it, it worked fantastic. The only downside I would say is that you can't use it wet, so it has to stay dry. You can't use it in the shower. So yeah, let's give it a few days, see how the growth goes, and I'll let you know about that, and I'll see you in a bit. So this is after a week. From a distance you can't see much hair, but if you go closer you see there's a few little hairs. Not many, I would say it's like 20% of what I usually have. So it's definitely working really well. I think some people perhaps would be happy to leave it like this a bit longer. But since it's summer and I want to be out by the pool and on the beach, I'm definitely going to be doing it again. But this is after a week. This is the growth after a week. So I'm really pleased with the results. As you can see, if I move away, you don't see that much. You don't notice the hair that much. It's only when you come closer like this that you really kind of start to notice them. So yeah, I think perhaps some people would be happy to leave it a bit longer before they do it, but I'm definitely going to be doing it again today. So there's your results of the Epilator. So I definitely recommend it. And if you like this video, click subscribe and I'll see you next time. Bye.